Chapter 14. A late-season rain battered the townhouse roof, drumming a restless rhythm that echoed through its quiet rooms. Avni sat cross-legged on the living room floor amid open cardboard boxes, finally tackling the task they'd both postponed, unpacking the last remnants of Arjun's old life. He had lived here for months, yet whole chapters of his history remained sealed inside these cartons, as untouched as sealed vaults. Arjun emerged from his home office and paused in the doorway, brow furrowed. "You don't have to do that," he said gently. "You keep avoiding it," Avni replied, offering a faint smile. "Besides, I need a break from editing all those op-ed pieces. Thought I'd rescue your childhood photos from eternal exile." He hesitated, then crossed the room and knelt across from her. "Fair warning, there isn't much worth rescuing." Avni opened a box labeled simply old files. Inside, beneath dry cleaner bags, lay framed certificates, yellowing notebooks, a tarnished chess trophy. She lifted the trophy, running a thumb over the engraving. "Hyderabad U12 chess champion Arjun Khanna. You never told me you played competitively," she said. Arjun's eyes softened, distant. "Chess was my mother's idea. She said the game rewarded discipline. My father liked that it was about strategy." His jaw tightened. "When I missed first place at nationals, he made me quit," said Khanna's only finish at the top. A small ache pierced Avni's chest. She set the trophy gently aside. "You were 12. Didn't matter." He forced a wry smile. Failure was never an option, just an inconvenience to be corrected. As they sifted, more fragments surfaced. A pristine report card with one solitary B circled in red pen. A faded watercolor labeled Fun Day. Grade 4 with the teacher's gold star. Arjun brushed dust off the painting, almost surprised to see it. "I drew that after Mom passed," he murmured. "First time Dad came to a parent-teacher day. He told the art instructor it was a distraction." Avni swallowed. She had lost her mother young too. Yet grief in the Khanna household had clearly been a solitary sport. "Who comforted you?" "No one." He met her gaze. "I learned early to bury feelings. They got in the way of expectations." The confession unlocked something in Avni, an impulse to offer comfort beyond words. She reached out, covering his hand with hers. Rain hammered harder against the panes, filling the hush between them. "I always wondered," she said softly, "why you hide pain behind that practiced calm. You never had a chance to be anything but perfect." Arjun's fingers tightened around hers. "I'm trying to learn different rules now." She smiled sadly. "Perfection isn't one of them." They rose and carried another box to the couch. This one bore her name, Am. Avni had kept her remaining possessions minimal, but Arjun had insisted on moving them together. He'd never peeked inside. She opened the flaps and pulled out a stack of composition books bound with twine. "My first bylines," she explained, cheeks coloring. "High school paper, moderated by a cranky English teacher who thought journalism was a hobby." She laughed softly. "I proved her wrong." Arjun thumbed through the pages, pausing at a photo of Avni at 16, smiling defiantly after winning a district essay contest. "Fearless," he said. She shrugged. "Ask the girl in this picture how she afforded application fees. Dad's pension barely covered rent." She tugged at a frayed ribbon that marked her most personal entry, an unsent letter to her mother, written after eviction notices forced them to move again. "I wrote to her whenever things felt impossible," Avni said, eyes shining. "Dad was proud but fragile. I couldn't burden him." Arjun's gaze softened with understanding. "So you carried two worlds, yours and his." She nodded. "That's why I fight corruption, Arjun. It's not abstract numbers. It's kids missing meals because someone in power steals funds." He brushed a tear from her cheek with tender fingers, marveling at her resilience. "Your mother would be proud." His gentleness unraveled her composure. Without thinking, she leaned into him, head resting on his shoulder. The storm outside subsided to a gentle patter. Inside, an enveloping quiet settled, fragile yet powerful. "We're not that different," she whispered. "Both taught to shoulder burdens alone." "But we don't have to anymore," he answered, voice rough. He wrapped an arm around her, pulling her closer. Minutes passed, the quiet breathing of two people forging new safety in shared vulnerability. At last Avni lifted her head. "Can we make a pact?" she asked. "Anything." No more silent suffering. If I'm scared, I'll tell you. If you're grieving, you'll tell me. We share the weight equally. Arjun's eyes glimmered. I promise. He raised her hand to his lips, pressing a light kiss to her knuckles. Avni's heart thudded. One more thing, she added, voice trembling with both nerves and hope. Separate rooms felt safe at first. But maybe we've earned something closer. He searched her face. Are you sure? She answered by standing, extending her hand. He rose and followed her down the hall, each step echoing a vow unspoken. At her doorway she paused. Rain-washed moonlight slanted through the window, silvering everything with possibility. Arjun cupped her cheek. I once thought vulnerability made me weak. It makes us real, Avni murmured before brushing her lips against his, gentle tentative. When he deepened the kiss, she melted into him, feeling decades of repression and hardened independence soften into shared warmth. Later, curled together beneath a quilt, they whispered stories until sleep claimed them. The child chess prodigy who'd never been allowed to lose, and the teenage daughter who wrote to her absent mother. They bound those memories like stitches in a new fabric, stronger for every thread of pain. Outside, the storm moved on, leaving clear skies spangled with stars. In the quiet house, two intertwined souls finally understood that to love fully meant bearing every hidden scar, and trusting someone else to trace them gently with patient hands.